All right. Steven Fondu, welcome to the hype seat, man. Welcome.
Good to be here.
You're our second official guest in the Pod Plus studio, and I felt that was appropriate for a number of reasons.
Okay.
Before I jump into my version of the story of how we met, can you tell the fine people who you are, what you own, what you do?
So my name's Steven Fondu. I'm from Westchester, New York, Bedford to be more specific. I moved down here about 5 years ago, August of 2020. I was one of those COVID guys and lived in Manhattan, was a Manhattan guy through and through, never was going to leave the island.
Were you really? I didn't know that.
I was, yeah. I lived in Chelsea for about 3 years. Then I lived underneath the 59th Street Bridge for about 2 years in an actual apartment, not under the bridge.
You can tell I'm not a New Yorker. I'm like, no, you lived under a bridge, yeah. Steven. Your mother let you do that? No.
Yeah, even that would have been expensive, to be honest. Then COVID hit and couldn't deal with it anymore. I did about 6 months there. And
tell me about, because I think this is interesting as part of your story. We're going to get to this in a second. So you and I are both young for being in Jupiter, being business owners in Jupiter. Like, we're young. Like, I feel like people are always like, what's that kid's name that has the restaurant down the street? And I'm like, Steve, I'm pretty sure. How old are you?
30.
Oh, you are young.
I'll be 31 next month.
Oh, fuck me. You're way younger than me. Stop it. You're only 30?
Yeah.
Oh,
my gray hair is kind of...
You have such gray hair.
Oh, I got a lot.
How long... when did that happen?
I think my best friend Gabe in high school saw a gray hair in homeroom. I was a senior in high school. He looks at me, he's like, is that a gray hair I see on your head? I was like, no, it's not.
No?
And I looked in, it was. So I think my first gray hair was 18, but as you could probably attest to, not that you have any gray hairs.
I do, and it's devastating.
Owning a business causes some gray hairs.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I will say it's very hot, and I feel like you have that like olive, like Mediterranean thing going on.
It works.
Yeah, it does for sure.
It shows my wisdom.
Absolutely. You know? And listen, in our area, we're in the Palm Beach area, right? And the male hair dye is not it.
No.
Some of these men, because we have
people think I dye this. I can't tell you how many times I've been
I would have, if we hadn't talked about it, knowing you're 30, I would have been like, oh, it's a good look. Like,
yeah, but my response to them is like, why would I dye my hair gray? That would have to be one of the most egotistical things in the world if I had to dye my hair because I want to look old. I promise there has never been a touch of dye in my hair.
Well, running a business like you do, it does definitely benefit you for sure. Like,
yeah, it helps. It helps.
Yeah.
It helps. Especially being younger, because I hate that. I mean, I'm sure you do too. Like, oh, you're young, you own a business. It's like, age is just a number, man. You know, if you grind and you want it well enough, and that's all that matters. I mean, age is literally a number.
I could not agree more. So giving people context. So Steve owns the restaurant that is at the tip of Side Dry, as I affectionately call it, Cypress Drive. Side Dry till we die. Let's go. Cypress Drive is where my building is, where the mothership is, the Pod Plus studio. That's where we are right now. And when I committed to buying the building in May of 2023. And you committed to buying yours like that the week that we closed, I feel like was like...
It was like the week later, I think.
Yeah. And like unbeknownst to each other. Mm-hmm. And we have, so at the time, like we have socially, I feel like the same friends, we run in the same circles, but we didn't know each other. And like I knew of you from your previous restaurant, but we'd never interacted before. Mm-hmm. And I remember, you know, like that feeling of it's like a combo of anxiety and dread and adrenaline over a risk that you've taken. Yeah. Right. It like set in and I was like, holy shit, I just spent too much money on a warehouse that I now have to renovate. And I was just in my feelings. And the Wickrans, Ashley and Nick Wickran, texted me randomly one day. They're the freaking best. The best. So I'm driving to work and I have to like renovate this building. This was 2 years ago. And I was like I'm pivoting my entire career. It was just a lot, like a big undertaking. Mm-hmm. And Ashley texted me and she's like, hey, the restaurant that Crosby just sold, you need to meet the new owner. His name's Steve. Stop by right now. And I was driving my white Range Rover with my stupid logo on it. I happened to be driving right past your restaurant right when she texted me. Yeah. So I was like, fuck, they were outside. Yeah. So I was like, I can't even avoid these fuckers right now. And by the way, the Wickrans are like my best friends. That's her. Like just fast.
The Range Rover.
Fuck. So I pull in and I'm like, I don't want to deal with this right now. Like and I'm telling you, that changed everything for me because here, by the way, Steve Fondu, I was like, what jabron, like, come on, Steve Fondu bought the crowd. Like, what Italian bullshit restaurant are we getting on my street? Yeah, because Cypress Drive is like, it's a vibe, man. Like I want it to be a vibe.
Oh, so badly.
And we need cool people on this street. And Steve Fondu opening a Italian restaurant, in my opinion, was not it until I pull in and I see what you're doing with it.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. Like, you turned that place. So it was under construction and your energy is infectious. And I just walked in and I was like, I'm going to be okay. Like, everything's going to be fine because Steve is putting Ara here. Like, we're going to be fine. Anyway, so we spend the next, like, you and I were both like, when are you opening?
Yeah.
I'm like, 3 months.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
That was like a year. Like a year, baby.
Yeah, exactly. I think we learned on the next one that whatever the first date you hear, just double it. Just double it.
Double,
maybe
quadruple.
Triple.
Whatever, throw some money on it. Just sprinkle money. I feel like all you and I have been doing.
Whatever your budget is, double it. Just keep doubling.
Anyway, your energy is infectious. Again, everything about you is just, I literally walked away and I was like, if I go down, Steve Fondu's coming with me. And he's actually cool. And he's not a total douchebag.
Amen.
And what's cool is that Ara, it sits at the end of Cypress. So when people nothing makes me look cooler than a hop-in night at Ara. Because people pass your building, this like brand new, beautiful thing. And then they see my situation here and it's like, oh, this is where the cool kids are.
Yeah.
So I thank you for that. You have all kinds of Bentleys out front, all kinds of Beamers. Like
some Rolls Royces, Ferraris, whatever we need.
Yeah.
Whatever we need.
Anyway, so talk a little bit about the restaurant and like and why you opened it, how you opened it, like the circumstances around that.
Yeah, it's I grew up in the industry. I could definitely say that. It's all thanks to Pops. He opened his first restaurant when he was 23, 24 years old.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Your dad is a restaurant guy?
He was, yeah.
That's so funny. I've always been so laser focused on your mom.
So Mama's queen.
Like
Mama's
the queen. I don't think, okay, so hold on. Before you reveal who she is.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a cooler job to have had in this period of time in the United States of America for a female. Like, when you said it, I was like, well, goddamn, that's it. Like, that's the pinnacle. So go ahead.
Yeah, she is. She's the pinnacle. My mother was, at her final point, she was the president of L'Oreal. She worked for the same company for 37 and a half years. And I always tell people, you're a spitting image of everything that we're talking about, right? It doesn't matter who you are, what your age is, what gender you are. If you want it, you want it, right? And my mom did it when it was really tough.
Oh, yeah.
She did
Being
it in
a female?
the 70s and the 80s and the 90s and just took it all, took it all in the cheek and just made her way up. And when I saw my mother at that point, it was like, I wish I look back and I say to myself, I took all of that for granted, by the way. When I'm 13 years old, I'm going up to visit my mom on 47th and 5th and the 36th floor. She's got the corner office, L'Oreal's corporate headquarters, And I'm walking in like the little shit, just like in his backpack, like, yeah, I'm Karen's son, just like, didn't appreciate a single thing. I'm just like, Mom, like, can you send the secretary in so I can get an iced tea, whatever. Looking back at that, as a business owner myself now and seeing how hard I work and how much stress I have, I literally just get chills.
Same. I just got total goosebumps.
She set the bar. And, I think everyone's goal in life, or at least my goal in life is, the parents set the bar high, but I want to beat them.
Yeah.
And I just saw a quote the other day, your father is the only man in the world who wants to see you do better than he did.
Oh, I love that.
And it's kind of true.
Yeah.
It's kind of true. With the world we live in, there's a lot of envy, there's a lot of jealousy, there's a lot of this and that. But at the end of the day, your father, your mother, they're the only people that truly want you to do better than they did.
Yeah, it's such a good take.
And they set it high, though. They set the bar pretty high.
It's so validating. It's so validating hearing that from you as a 13-year-old that I feel like I'm constantly trying to figure out how to, like, I came from nothing. My husband came from nothing. Like, how do you create that work ethic in your kids? And like, I see, like, my kids will come here and like, I mean, same thing. They're like, my chief of staff, they're like, can we get a pizza? I'm like, wrong.
Yeah.
And obviously I'm not the freaking president of L'Oreal in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Like, everyone just take a second and absorb what that means. I can't even imagine that period of time, what she was in charge of, especially in the 90s.
She started as an outside sales rep. I mean, traveling door to door, knocking on doors, selling L'Oreal product.
So she was in sales. Like that was her trajectory?
Correct. Yeah. So she literally climbed the ladder. I mean, you look at her biography at L'Oreal, it's every single step you could possibly take. I mean, I think she had like 15 different positions from the bottom to the top. And then her last one was she retired in, I believe she retired in 2016, 2017, something like that.
That's so cool.
And it was tough for her to go kind of cold. She went cold turkey. You know, it wasn't like it was her last day and then that was it.
No way.
So I think me opening the restaurant has probably been the best thing ever because now it gives her something to do. Yeah. She's checking numbers and looking at things. And
so she came in up through sales. Like, is she a numbers queen? Like, what does she help you with?
Everything. I mean, she really does help me with everything. People.
She could help you with your hair.
Yeah. I mean. Oh, she did. She did. This is a great story. So it was my junior year of high school and I had dandruff and it wouldn't go away. It was like 2 or 3 weeks. It was so embarrassing. I couldn't go on a date. I was wearing hats everywhere. It was terrible. My mom's giving me her stuff from Laura. Oh, I'll bring stuff home. Just wasn't working. Was not working. So I'm driving home from high school and I'm passing a CVS and I go in and I buy 2 bottles of Head and Shoulders. Now at my house, it was like, that wasn't okay. Like you weren't buying the competitor.
Oh, that's
you
were
buying, but it wasn't working, Mom.
Yeah.
So I go in, I like hide the CVS bag in my backpack, run upstairs, take a shower, finish the shower. I'm putting the bottles underneath the sink so she doesn't see them in the shower.
Yeah, what are you going to do? It's Head and Shoulders or nothing, right? Like what else exists, L'Oreal?
Well, at that time it didn't.
Okay,
so 4 days later, dandruff's gone. Mom's like, told you it would work. She found the bottles. When I tell you it was the only time in my life, my mother did not talk to me for like 2 days. Yeah, I worked my ass off 12 hours a day for you to go buy the competitor. I'm like, Mom, I just know. So she was, she taught me passion for sure.
Wait, so did she take it back to L'Oreal and like reformulate some stuff? Like, is there
I guess, I think so. Probably. That was kind of towards her end of her tenure. So I don't know if that was her final project, but Garnier Fructis was her baby.
Oh,
that was, and the green is reminding me of it.
I can hear the
Yeah, that was hers.
Oh, that's
that was her pride and joy.
No kidding. The commercials when I was a kid, Garnier Fructis was, so I grew up in Germany and the commercials, I can picture them clear as day and hear them. Like that commercial, because it had like a citrus element and then it had the the green, like a total like I can smell it too. The total sensory. That's crazy, actually. I vividly remember that.
They were good. She used to come home with like 7 different commercials and ask us, which ones do you like the best?
Yeah.
The bottle was never originally supposed to be green. There was like 5 different choices and we would have, not that my opinion fucking mattered, but I was like 7 at the time.
Wait, so tell me about your dad. I didn't realize, like I said, I've always been focused on your mom. I'm like, tell me more.
My dad was a restaurant owner. That's where they met. My mother came into my father's restaurant at it was called Oliver's, spelled with 2 L's in White Plains. It was probably 30 years he had it, 7 days a week.
Is his name Oliver?
No, his name's Henry.
Who's Oliver? Do we know?
That's a good question.
And why 2 L's?
So Oliver is now my nephew, my godson. His name's Oliver.
2 L's?
With 1 L. No, my sister-in-law, Carrie, she was like, we could do Oliver, but it's 1 L. We're not doing the 2 L's. I don't know the answer to that question, and I should know the answer to that question. I'm going to find out.
Circle back.
I am.
We'll put a pin in that. We love that.
I don't know who the Oliver was, but it was somebody.
So was your dad was he an operations guy?
He was an operations guy. He was me. He was the same kind of feeling as me. He was the people person. He had the ideas. I don't know if he really knew how to cook, but he could please the best of them, and he put together a hell of a thing up there. And it was the hottest bar in north of Manhattan in all of New York.
Oh, cool.
And that's kind of where I fell in love with everything. I remember running through the kitchen at 7, 8 years old. And I loved the vibe. I loved that there was 200, 300 new people every day. And I still think, looking back at it today, my favorite part of what I do is that I get to meet 200, 300. Right now, not that many because it's summertime, but
it freaking looks like it.
Yeah.
I was just about to ask you. It looks like there's 700 people there every day.
I mean, it looks like it, but it's definitely quiets down a little. Optics are big.
It is packed though. Every time I go there, it's packed.
No,
and you always the whole. I've been so freaking busy. I'm so embarrassed at how I have not made it down there as much as I need to be. But every time I show up, I feel like you find a way to find like I ask you for an inch and you give me a little country mile of like space at the bar or wherever. Like you
take care of the neighbors.
You're like you're like a mega, like an elite. And this is going to sound condescending and I don't mean it like this, but you're like an elite maitre d'. Like the way that you run Ara is like I love I took a video of you. I have to send this to you. I took like a 6-minute video of you standing on the expo. Is that what they call it in fine? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would still be expo. Yeah,
absolutely.
And you're like having your people run stuff, and then you're like man about town it's remarkable watching your flight path, like how you, and it looks so effortless, but it seems like every single thing that you're doing is so calculated and like trying to turn tables fast, but not let people know. Is that fair?
Absolutely. 100%. You know, it's at the end of the day, it's a business, but you know, in season, you're trying to turn tables, but you never want to rush someone. You know, if someone's been sitting there for a couple hours and their check is paid, that's kind of when it's, all right, you know, let's get going a little bit here. You know, but I'm never going to rush anyone. If dinner takes a while because we're real busy and dinner takes maybe 35 minutes rather than 20 minutes, I get that. And I understand that you just finished your meal. I'm never going to try and turn the table too fast. But
I feel like I would be not doing, I'm doing a disservice by not saying that Ara is literally one of the hottest restaurants in South Florida. Like it made all the headlines when it opened, and it has delivered. Like everyone loves Ara. It's
amazing.
How would you describe it? Because is it up? Is it fine?
I'd say on the upper scale. I wouldn't say upscale. You know, I don't like to. It's not a white tablecloth. It's not you know, I would say the dress code is no hats in the dining room, no open toed. You know, sandals or flip flops, kind of.
It's like sexy. I feel like everything about it is sexy.
It's sexy. It's, you know, I'll be honest, Bucan in Palm Beach was my favorite restaurant around here. Yeah. And I think I even told you when we were opening, my goal was to bring a Bucan kind of feel to Jupiter. Mm-hmm. You know, we have the people that appreciate that kind of style and that vibe, and they don't mind spending the money as long as it's worth it. Mm-hmm. And it's funny, my mom's tagline, L'Oreal, was because you're worth it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I love it.
But really, you know, if it's worth it, people will pay for it. And I'm not going to say I'm inexpensive, but I don't think it's anything crazy.
I don't think I've ever had anyone comment on the price.
Yeah, I don't think so. It's all about Chef. You know, Chef Kayla is, you know, we'll maybe have her on here one day.
Yeah, I would love that.
She's a magician.
I should have asked her to come on. I should have asked her to join us.
Well, we'll do one. Yeah. Or whatever.
Tell the people about
she's got to work right now, so she wasn't coming anyway right now.
How are you here right now? It's literally like 5 o'clock. Are you?
Well, I got Griffin covering for a little bit.
Okay.
It's just down the street.
I won't leverage too much of your time. It was literally down the street. How did you were 28 when you decided to, how have we been doing this? It's been a long 2 years. Like year and a half. 2 years? It's been 2 years.
I've been open for 1. We got the keys in June of 23.
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
So it's 2 years. Yeah, 2 years.
Exactly 2 years.
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
That's crazy. It doesn't feel like that.
It doesn't.
Okay, so 28-year-old, you moved to South Florida.
Correct.
I need to understand how you all of a sudden have the hottest restaurant of all time. Like, how does that happen? Because I know you are, even though we were just talking about your parents, I know that you're not a product of like trust fund money and how, I mean, because in our area, not for nothing, like that's, I feel like a criticism. I certainly get that all the time. People ask me all the time how I bought this. And I'm like, I fucking bought it. Yeah. Next question, please.
Yeah. So when I first moved down here in August of 20, I just got the idea of, you know, everything was kind of opening up back here from COVID and restaurants were kind of struggling, but they needed people. And funny story, actually, I had the same guy cut my hair for 10 years in New York. No one else touched my hair. No one else.
Because of dandruff or?
So when I came down here, it was
We've talked a lot about your hair. And I feel like the people,
it's
like
L'Oreal.
You need to like go, like you have a good side.
Yeah,
little,
it's all good. It's gray, no receding though. No receding.
Great. Yeah, I know, it's great. It's good. Yeah, 10 for 10.
So I had to find someone to cut my hair. And that's almost like the biggest thing I was worried about.
Now you gave yourself a flyaway.
Oh.
You gotta, you got it. All right, there you go. Yeah,
she's back.
Yeah,
she's ready.
We can't be talking about how great your hair is and then you just fucked it up. Like I'm taking care of you.
So she,
open this.
I went to the first person, didn't like it. Second person didn't like it. I was living downtown at the time in West Palm at the Park Line, right by the, whatever this thing's called, Bright Line. Did we spill?
This is so good.
It's the best.
This is so good.
It's the best cocktail in a can that has ever been invented. There's no carbonation, 100 calories.
Okay.
You can drink 6 of them.
Yeah.
No hangover.
I'm like, is there actually alcohol in this?
Oh, there's alcohol.
It tastes like the
Heaven.
perfect iced tea.
Yeah, it tastes like heaven.
Oh my God, that's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
And
why do more of these not have no carbonation?
I think about, exactly. The carbonation is what I don't like.
It's so stupid. I hate
it just
carbonation.
Sits.
Yes.
It just sits.
Yes.
It makes me feel like
and everyone I'm around, I'm like, you're about
it.
to burp and I don't want to fucking smell your burp.
I don't want to be around you.
Nope, don't want to be around you. This is
Surf
so good.
We're going to put these in Ara.
Okay.
We're going to put these in Ara.
Do they have them at Ara?
Not yet. We're going to get them though. Surfside.
And hair.
And hair.
All right.
No, they're phenomenal. So I was
Did
walking
we just pick
down.
up our first sponsorship?
Maybe.
They're like,
I'll put them in the restaurant.
You clowns are not spot. We are not. No, in fact, bring that out of frame. Like, talk less about my drink, please. I feel like the owner is like, stop.
I want to meet them. They got to come down here.
Yeah, all right.
We will. Yeah. So I had to find someone to cut my hair, and I walked into a shop randomly, needed a haircut, and this girl named Emily Kasker, she's phenomenal, and she cut my hair.
Wait, where is she? Where does she work?
Right now, she's out of her own studio down in West Palm. I can't think of it. She usually just rents studios here and there, and I kind of just follow her around.
Got it.
And she's the best.
Shout out Emily Kasker.
Shout
what
out
an endorsement.
Emily. So she kind of really got me onto the food scene in Palm Beach County. So I went for my second haircut. I was talking about restaurants, how I had an idea of opening a restaurant, but I still needed to learn a little bit more. I wasn't ready yet. I was probably 24, 25 at a time. Wasn't ready. Didn't have the money to do it and need to learn more. So I got to find a spot and I got to learn underneath some really good, smart people. And Emily at the time.
That's smart, by the way.
Yeah.
Goddamn. If you're listening to this, like, say it again. Learn under
patience.
smart people.
Yeah. Follow good people.
And know what you don't
Just
know.
100%.
Moving down to South Florida, like, I'm sure the hospitality scene is wildly different than
so different.
Yeah.
So different.
Smart.
And I came from a different kind of atmosphere. I was in more of like a sports bar, fun kind of scene in New York. And when I came down here and found Emily, she looks at me and she says, so I cut hair for these 2 guys who were just opened a restaurant in Palm Beach Gardens. And that's where I met the guys over at Stage. And I started bartending there and learning under Andy and Pushkar. And I mean, there's no chance I would be able to be doing what I'm doing right now if it wasn't for that place and those guys. I mean, there's no doubt about it. So, I learned what I had to do there and things kind of happened as they did. And I've finally had that dream of like, this is possible. And then
what do you think
Frank.
you learned? So growing up in restaurants, like with your dad, what do you think you learned from working at Stage specifically, like from like their leadership style, or like what would you say is their biggest takeaway?
A little bit of everything. I mean, mostly it was the behind the scenes stuff. They were opening up Ela at the time and opening up another restaurant and just seeing 2 guys just give absolutely everything they had. I mean, time away from family, time away from vacation, this and that. And they did it. God, they opened Stage in February of 2020.
Yeah.
And then came COVID.
Yeah. It's remarkable. It's remarkable.
I mean, I think I got there in, I think it was May or June. It was a little bit afterwards. Or no, it could have been later than that. Probably September, October. And I remember hearing stories that like Pushkar was out on the curb with a grill, just like cooking for to-go food and people driving by. I mean, it was you got to be there all day, every day and keep this afloat. And it worked out. Now they just opened their second location down in Boca. They've got Ela and Palm Beach Gardens and Donald Ross. And they're killing it. I have
so much respect for people that point to the passer. And I love how you do that with every time I've heard you talk about, which is not a lot. It's not like you're sitting here like talking about Stage, but I deeply respect that you always, it's like you go out of your way to indicate that.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Cause I don't want, I didn't get to where I am right now by myself.
Yeah. Nobody does.
Like, no one does. No one does.
That is such a foolish, God, that is such a foolish way to go through life, man. Yeah. Like I think about that all the time, like how I can make my kids better people. And one of the things is how do you teach how to be grateful besides leading by example? But like, if you don't have that in your heart, it's hard to fake that too. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's impossible to fake that. Anyway, so you met Homeboy at the bar, right?
I met Homeboy at the bar. So I was introduced to a gentleman, kind of has a VIP, just, take care of him. And this guy's great, blah, blah, blah. And we got real close, really, really close. And when things, kind of faded out at stage and I had this idea, he really put me under his wing. And I think you read books about guys like this. And he was really my mentor, and he took a chance on me. A lot of people say it. A lot of people they talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. And part of my French, but this motherfucker walked the walk and talked the talk and did it all. I mean, he's the, one of, if not the biggest reasons that I'm here today. And he kind of said, listen, I want to buy a building. How about you put a restaurant in it? I said, let's go. I'm ready.
It's you do a quick beat check and you're like, are you serious? Because I'm jumping out of my skin.
I said yes
wanting
right
to
away,
say yes. Are you for real?
We're on the first, I think we were on the first hole or second hole at Old Marsh where he's a member at, and he got a text about Crosby's going up for sale. And it was the first and only time we've left golf in the middle of a round. I mean, we literally just turned around. I think we left our balls in the middle of the fairway. I was probably in the fucking woods. He was in the middle of the fairway, and we just turned around and went right there. And I walked into that place, Holly, I swear to God, I walked in. I was just like, this is it.
Yeah.
Everything about it was the size, it didn't look the way I wanted to, but I already saw what Ara was going to look like right when I walked in. Yeah. It was just the cozy corner. It was Cypress. It was Side Drive.
Yeah. Side Drive,
all
baby.
about Side Drive.
Dude, it's so funny because the Crosby,
I didn't even know it was here. I didn't even know it was here. I've been to Blackbird, Lenora's. I've been up here 100 times. I didn't even know this street existed.
I know. Most people don't.
Yeah.
It's the best kept secret. And it's so validating hearing that you guys literally jumped off the golf course, because people do know that it's here. And it's such a special street. I was for years looking for a building to buy. And the only place I wanted to be was on Cypress Drive, because I have a team of, I have 40 basically women that work here. And I wanted a warehouse kind of vibe. And the only place that I felt was safe enough, or I could do that, A, being able to afford it, and B, being able to influence the neighborhood too is really important to me. And you can't gentrify. It's hard to gentrify if you're a 30 something female. You really have to be a kind of a badass to go into Riviera Beach, or I'll probably end up editing that out because I don't want to throw that particular municipality under the bus, but
West Palm Beach.
Yeah. Anywhere else. Anyway, it's a vibe. And not for nothing, you guys were freaking dead ass right to jump out of your skin to go buy it, because there were so many people that wanted it too.
Yeah, we were the first ones there. I believe we gave an offer on the following day. And by the third day, there was 8 hard offers.
Yeah, yeah.
And I give a lot of credit to the realtor who sold us the place. Who was it? Was it Rob? It was Rob. Rob.
He's the best.
The best, man. I mean, he was just an honest, great man.
Yeah.
And I think, who knows what was going on, but we were the first ones there. We were the first offer. He stuck with us. He stuck his gut out, and we delivered, and I think it was just a win-win altogether.
Yeah.
And then we had to find a chef.
Yeah.
Then we had to find a chef.
Okay, so wait. So when, between, what's his name? Your guy, the guy that owns the lot. You want me to edit that out?
Maybe.
So he does like to stay in the background, right? Does he let you do your thing?
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so between when homie was sitting at the bar and you closed on the building, what was the timeline for that? And did you have the vision already, or was it just
No, I wouldn't say I had the vision. I mean, I had the vision of a restaurant, and I had a vision of kind of the style and the vibe and the bar kind of scene. The time length was probably, February. It was probably about 6 months.
That's so crazy.
I met him right when I got to stage, which was 2 years ago. But by the time I left stage and he and I started talking to the time we signed the papers, it was about 6 months. So I knew him for about 2 years beforehand.
And so after you walked into the building, did you know what it was going to be?
Yes. I didn't know what the food was going to be. I knew what the place was going to look like.
It's so funny.
Yeah. I'm different in that way. A lot of people are like, oh, what's your next idea? I'm like, I got to see the place first.
Yeah.
I got to see where it is, and I got to see what's around it. I wasn't going to open up a Japanese or a Chinese place right here because you got the best one around in Blackbird right next door.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to open up another Italian place. You got Lenora's, you got Evo, you got all these places around here that, I'm not about competition. I think, listen, the best restaurants in the world are surrounded by the other best restaurants in the world.
Yes. Amen.
So
say it again.
Please,
I'm like at the edge of
all
my seat.
day long.
The way that you're saying that, the way that you just pointed to the immediate competitors, and you admitted earlier that Buchan inspired you. Like the fact that people don't point to their competition, like that helps you. Blackbird
all day,
helps you.
all day.
Like the way that
all day.
God, it's so small-minded to not think of your competition as your help and as your friend
ally,
and as your
all day.
Amen.
All day. I mean, there's no reason not to. Like let's create Cypress and Jupiter and this little hub up here as a little restaurant hub.
Yeah.
You know, why have to go down to Palm Beach all the time?
Yeah.
You don't have to.
And it's conditioning the like your audience too, like conditioning the community that you can eat fine down. It only helps you.
Yeah.
I think one of
the
most small-minded things that anyone can do. It's almost like you lose me immediately as a potential like actual close friend when something competitive gets brought up, and it's like the person can't sit out the opportunity to be like, well, yeah, Blackbird of the parking or whatever bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, bro, don't do that.
Don't
sit it out.
Like, there's no reason for it. Like,
Yeah.
I think
it's also the athletes in us too. Like if you've been an athlete at the highest level, like you know what it's like to swing and miss, and strike out. Well, and as a business owner too, not for nothing, it makes it uncomfortable for people. So if they're eating at Evo, for example, and like your friends are like at Evo last night, and if you don't set the tone that you love Eric and that like it's all great, it makes people almost like I do this with real estate when someone buys or is in the market for buying a house. I'm like, I love that for you. Tell me about the deal. Like that's awesome. Like it's not disingenuous either. Like it's 100% authentic. Like I want my friends to ask me about, like I'm one of the best agents in this town. Like ask me about tell me about what you're buying. Like I want to, like I'm excited for you. Like let's talk about it. You know? Okay, so going back to the vibe about how did you? So I think it's remarkable that you said that you buy the restaurant, you commit to it, you go all in, like financially leveraging, like everything that you have is going into this, right? Every shred of energy you have,
everything,
your entire reputation,
everything,
and you don't have a chef or an idea of what the food is going to be.
We met just before we actually got the official keys, Kayla and I.
That's so cool.
So long story short, I had an idea of who my chef was going to be. Things didn't work out, and so be it. He's crushing it right now, doing his thing, and it just didn't work out. So I needed to find a chef. Yeah. And Frank and I were interviewing about 3, 4, or 5 different chefs, come over to his house, beautiful home right off Prosperity on the water, big commercial kitchen basically. And 3 or 4 of them, they were good, but there was nothing special. And that's what I needed, something special.
Were you looking for a person that has personality as well? Like, do you butt heads with? And
I didn't really give a shit. I wanted really good food, and I wanted someone with the desire and the passion to just be the absolute best. That's all I wanted. I didn't care if it was male, female. I didn't care. I'll be honest. I never imagined, or I never really thought of hiring a female chef.
Really?
I'll be completely honest.
I was going to ask you if that was intentional, because that move
not at all.
Brilliant.
Like, not at all. Nowhere near intentional. So the way I met Chef Kayla was Frank actually was at dinner. His flight got delayed out of Miami, and he and his wife went to dinner at a restaurant called Tur Kitchen, Tur. It was in Coral Gables. It was a weird time. It was like July on a Sunday at like 4:30. And Frank calls me. I'm up here in Palm Beach Gardens, and he says, Steve, I just had one of the best meals I have ever had. And it looks like there's a young girl in that kitchen who's running the show. She ain't getting much help. I think I'm just going to go walk into the kitchen. And he did. And he did. And he did. And you know how the story goes, they exchange information. Frank told Kayla what he was doing. He bought a building. I got this young kid who's putting a restaurant in there. He's looking for a chef. I would love to send him your information. So he does. And it was about 7:30 at the time on a Sunday. The girl I was dating at the time, I called her and I said, hey, we're going to Miami tonight. So we drove down to Miami that night. We had an 8:30 reservation. We were the only people in the restaurant. And we walk in. She knew we were coming, and she sees me. She comes out, and I'm going to try not to get emotional for this, but it was truly automatic. Before she cooked me a single piece of food, right when I met her, it was just, this is her. at the time I was 28. She was 27. Jersey girl. She was just it. I mean, I knew everything was going to be perfect after that. And she brings out the first dish. I took a bite and I just started crying. I swear to God. She brought out a roasted squid. I swear to God. I took one. I already knew that she was in. I was just like, please, just please be delicious. Don't I took one bite and I just started crying. And I think we made eye contact. And it wasn't easy trying to figure out how we were going to, come up here. She was the executive sous chef, and their executive chef kind of got tossed out, and they were interviewing other chefs, and she wasn't getting a chance to interview for that executive chef position. And I was like,
what was she doing there to begin with? So Kayla was on Top Chef, right?
No, she originates she's from Jersey, but she was at the French Laundry.
Oh, that's right.
With Thomas Keller.
That's right. How did she get there to begin with?
I think just through her college, where she went to school. She went to JMU. I think I said that right, or JWU, JMU. I think it's JMU. And then she went out there and trained under him. She worked at, I believe, Per Se and the French Laundry, and she took off. I think at one point she was the only female on the dinner service line at the French Laundry. So basically, she's a badass. I can't get over her. She's a badass.
I'm obsessed with her. And you guys
would be best. You guys should be best friends because you're both just badass fucking women.
Her, I think what's so fucking cool is your chemistry together.
Yeah.
So part of my geeking out over watching you the other day when I was just so in awe of how you moved through the restaurant. She wasn't in, I don't think she was working that night, or it was I couldn't see her or find her or whatever. And so I was watching how the line reacted to you, and how, and then I've been in there since where you haven't been there and she's been there. And it just, the command that she has of that, it's unbelievable.
Unreal.
Because she's little too, right?
Yeah.
She's
a little girl.
Yeah,
she's a little girl.
It's unbelievable.
Little girl. Yeah. She's special, man. She really is. And it's amazing how everything happens for a reason.
Oh, totally.
It's
so what was she doing at that restaurant?
She was the number 2 basically. Uh-huh. And their number 1, their executive chef, got fired for some sort of reason. And she was kind of the interim executive chef. And they were interviewing other chefs to become the executive chef, but they weren't giving her a chance. So I was like,
here's your chance.
Thank you. Thank you for being stupid.
Yeah.
Come on. So it took a while to kind of figure out cross the T's and dot the I's of how we were going to make it happen. And I remember the last FaceTime we had, she was in the back alley in her car behind her restaurant in Miami, ducking down, hiding from her boss, and was like, I'm in, I'm in. So I used to drive them up here every Sunday before they were moving up. And we used to use my best friend, Massimo, who owns County Line Pizza on Donald Ross. Yeah. And he...
Love that place.
At the time he was at, they had Casa Mia too.
Oh yeah.
Right in Indian Town, and they were closed on Sundays. Mm-hmm. So he gave me the keys, and every Sunday they would come up. I would put them in a hotel, Jupiter Beach Resort. And then we would go over on Sundays and start creating our menu out of Casa Mia? Out of Casa Mia.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We created our entire menu out of Casa Mia.
So did she have ideas? Did you have ideas? How long did it take you to get because your menu is unique.
That was kind of it too. We said to each other, we want to do something different. Her kitchen was a Mediterranean, Greek kind of restaurant. I definitely didn't want Greek per se. I didn't want it to be known as a Greek restaurant. And I like to say that we're a globally inspired restaurant with a Southern Mediterranean kind of core and flair. So anything,
and that's by the way exactly what you are.
Yeah,
your menu reflects that.
Exactly.
And it's funny because I feel so I'm very I worked in fine dining, serving, mm-hmm. and I feel these fine dining institutions get so cute with trying to describe what they are, and it's too much.
Too much. Simple. Yeah. Simple. You can be delicious and different, but just be simple.
Yeah, and then also their description sometimes aligns with what they think they are,
right?
And it doesn't align with what they actually are serving.
Correct.
How often does that happen? Where it's
correct.
There's a restaurant, I'm not going to name it, in West Palm that is Mediterranean, and it's not that. It's do you even know what that is?
It's I didn't want the menu that was what is this?
Yeah.
My chicken is called roasted chicken.
Yeah.
My chicken parm is called chicken parm.
Yeah. Yeah.
My salmon is called salmon.
Salmon. Yeah.
It's I give a little, and my servers and my team, I pride myself. I would say my best attribute is putting together phenomenal people.
Yeah.
And my team, I cannot say good enough things about my team.
Yeah.
From my dishwasher to my hostess, to my executive chef, to my bar, I have the best team in Palm Beach.
It shows.
And there's not a doubt in my mind.
Yeah,
I do.
It shows.
And they're amazing. We're a family. We're real close, and we all help each other out. We pool tips. We pull tips for a reason.
No way, do you really?
Everyone helps each other out.
I love that.
There's no such thing as that's my table or that's your table. Bullshit. That's our table. You're inside of Ara, you're ours.
God, I love that so
much. That's it.
I love that.
There's not like that feeling of, oh, I'm not getting tips on that table, so I'm not going to help. Fuck that. It's everyone is in here. We know it's not inexpensive. Some people come in here that can only come in here once a month or twice a year for special occasions. Guess what? Now it's our turn.
Yeah.
They decided to choose us. So that's kind of why I always say thank you for dining with us, or thank you for joining us tonight when people enter.
Yeah.
A lot of people say it after you leave, right? The server's like, thank you for dining with us tonight. Hope you enjoyed everything. I say it right when you walked in.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
Because it's, you could have chose anywhere in town tonight. You chose me. Now it's my turn. So thank you. And now I'll show you why you chose this place.
It's so authentic too. Like
and
every single thing you're saying is not only what I've experienced, but also what I've heard. Like it's funny when people will be like, have you been at that new Ara place? And I'm like, no, tell me about it. And I love it. Like it's like such a guilty pleasure. And part of me is also doing it as a business owner. Like I'm almost like looking and fishing for the feedback I can give you as like a friend, you know, like, hey, this person, like I have not heard a single negative thing said, not a one freaking thing. What's interesting too, is people will bring up, the salmon and how it was prepared when they were there. Because you change it, right?
Yeah.
Which I love. I love that. Like
change up the salmon a lot.
Yeah.
She loves salmon. She's all about the salmon. Yeah.
I do too.
Crudo, whether it's the roasted salmon with the quinoa or the salmon crudo, it's always, our whole menu really is. Our whole
menu.
menu
Do you let her do her thing with, do you give any input at all?
In the beginning, I think I gave a little, Kayla's amazing. She's got a lot of, I think, respect for me, and she always lets me taste, and she'll never put something on the menu kind of without letting me know, but she can if she wants to. She's got full carte blanche back there, and she's proven it for a year now, and whatever she wants to put on the menu is going on the menu.
What is your, what do you take a hard line on?
Certain items. there's certain dishes that she's wanted to change where I think might be staples for a little bit, but
what's your favorite thing on the menu?
Favorite thing on the menu?
Wait, let me ask this differently. There's a guest that is your crush, and you get to bring them one thing. What are you bringing them? And you don't know anything about them.
If they're a meat person, our lamb chops.
Yeah.
Our lamb chops are just out of this world.
Yeah.
I mean,
have you changed them at all?
Nope.
Yeah, they're good.
There was one moment where our vendor didn't have the same ones we were getting, so we had to change the vendor, and it just wasn't the same products, and we switched right back as soon as they got them back in stock.
Does that impact it a lot, like the vendor?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Like the cut?
It's just a different lamb. It comes from a different place. It's stored differently, however it may be. But that was the biggest thing, I think, when we were tasting, our burger patty. We probably tasted 9 different patties before we chose that one.
Interesting.
It's not just, pick a burger and make it. It's, you got to find our burger patty is 90% Wagyu, 10% beef.
Interesting.
And everything has a reason. It really does. I mean, from the time we designed it to the time we put the menu together, every inch matters. Everything on the menu matters. It's never just thrown out there for sure.
Do you oversee the ordering of those things? Not
anymore, really. I check the numbers obviously and all that, but our chef de cuisine, Danny, does a lot of the ordering. Kayla herself does a lot of the ordering. Griffin, who's my number 2 over there, he does pretty much all the alcohol and liquor and non-alcoholic beverages, and I kind of just oversee it. And summertime is probably the toughest.
Just oversee.
Yeah.
Just well, no,
I'm there every night. I'm literally there every single night.
Right.
So that's one thing I don't know if I'll ever get away from. It's going to be interesting if and when I open another place, because it's going to be really hard not being at both places at one time.
Yeah.
And, I'm sure you can relate to this. It's how bad do we want to make a clone of ourselves?
Yeah.
We can't. So our best thing we can do is to train and to lead and to be a good coach and to be a good teacher, so that when we do want to expand, the person who's going to run the other shop is as good, if not better than you are.
Yeah.
And I think I found a few people in that, and I'm excited for what the future has, for sure.
It's hard to let go. Like to
Very hard.
give.
It's so hard. It's so hard.
It's so fun to talk about and then to actually do.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
It's so hard.
Especially when you're letting go of the things that matter the most. So like anything around like culture or vibe or marketing or branding, like because I feel like you're really good at this, and this is what I love doing. Is like the marketing, the business development, like bringing people in the door, regardless of what the business is, right? And that's also the area I think that it's the easiest, quote unquote, to outsource in both of our industries, all of our industries, because it kind of can like you can hire someone to do marketing and that doesn't have a full restaurant background. It actually might kind of benefit you, like to have like an outside perspective. But it's also like if they mess up, like you have to, it's like, it puts you like a month behind. Like if they mess up something on social media and they get the vibe wrong, or like they convince you to change something with the branding or whatever. And it's like in your gut, if you're good at it, you don't have any numbers to support what works. It's like, you just know it. Like you walking into the restaurant and just knowing that it'll work. It's like, well, based on what? And you're like, I don't even know what the food's going to be. I just know it's going to work.
I went all in. It was just, if I fail, I fail, but I'm going all the fucking.
Yeah.
That was it. Like I was just putting all my marbles in, and if we fail, we fail. But I wasn't going to take a shortcut, and we didn't. And here we are. It changed
everything for me. And I remember when we were standing there, you were showing us like how the place was going to be laid out, and you were so passionate about, like you were showing me your building in the same way that I would have shown you mine.
As
like
you did.
With, yeah.
And you did.
Yeah.
And you did.
Yeah. Like this is going to be this, and this is going to be this, and this is going to be this. And it's like, you don't even know what you're like. It's so funny. Like just glazed over. You don't know what you're looking at, but you love it for me because I'm excited. And that's how I felt. I was like,
100%.
This guy is like this. I'm not alone. Like I'm not going all in on my own back. Like I have him swimming with me. Like 100%. We're in the middle of the ocean.
I felt the same way about you. I felt the same way about you.
We're going down together.
You bringing me out to the Luke Bryan thing was awesome.
Oh, that was so fun. That was awesome. That was so fun.
You helped me out a lot with that. Put me up on the big banner and everything. That was fun. We had a lot of fun then.
I'm so happy for your success here. It's remarkable. Every time I leave and I see how hopping it is, I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go, Steve. Oh, yeah. Tell me what's next. Like what's wait, hold on. Before I ask you that, what if you were to go, I've been dying to ask you this question. If you were to do it over again, and even kind of getting in the weeds, like anyone listening to this who is maybe like thinking about starting a restaurant, or like it is in the thick of running. I mean, you're a big deal. Like Ara has made a huge splash when it first opened, especially, and it's continued to. So anyone that's listening to this, what would you have done differently, if anything?
Definitely would have done things differently. It happened so fast. So once we opened the doors, we weren't 100% ready. There's a bunch of things on the checklist that I didn't really check off yet, but we were ready enough. And then once you're open, it just is a freaking waterfall, an avalanche, So I definitely got backed up on a lot of things. So, organization for sure. I wish I was a little more organized from the get-go, just knowing that it was all going to happen so fast, and things pile up. And then next thing you know, you don't have even an hour on Sunday to hang out with your family because it's just too much.
Yeah.
But as you get the job done. So I would just say time management. I think I put together a great team, a great place, great food. But I would say time management, really, and try and have some time for other things besides work. And I know I say it, but it's
so hard.
I don't do it whatsoever. I play a little golf, and I still suck, but I love getting out on the golf course.
Do you really suck?
No,
you don't suck at all.
But I don't suck, but I suck.
I feel like with the guys that you play with, every time I see some on Instagram, you're with some like either a baseball player or an actual professional golfer.
Yeah,
like you're out there golfing.
Well, the restaurant got me in with some pretty sweet places.
Yeah,
I played some pretty great golf.
Where in the world is Steve? Like,
yeah,
how do I get on?
I'm all right.
What well, and I think also if you've always, I've always been this. It's like this concept of work-life balance, especially as a woman, like it just does not exist. It doesn't exist.
It doesn't.
And I don't want it either. Like
I don't know how you do it.
I don't want work-life balance because I have always been this way, and I work best when I'm like this.
Yeah.
Like I was doing this to myself when I was in high school. I've did it through college. Like I've always been this way, and I don't know any different. And I think work-life balance is something that gets projected on to us from people who don't like to live that way, and that's fair, especially if you're in like my husband and I have always been in this like tango. And it's like, people will ask like, well, I mean, I just did it to you with the like, how do you do it? And it's like, oh yeah, it's hard. It's actually not. It's really not. Like, I'm cut from this cloth, you know, like that's it.
You love what you do. You heard it when you're younger and it kind of goes in one ear and out the other. You know, you love what you do. You don't work a day in your life. It's fucking true.
It is. And
like, it's really true. I don't work. I love what I do.
Yes.
Love it.
I think the mistake that people make too is, who aren't cut from this cloth, see people like us and because like living this over leverage, like I know you have somewhere to go right now and my email's piling up and we're like sitting here like going like, no, this is fine. And we're going to be at our respective buildings until midnight, making up for the hour we spent together. Right. That's how it's going to be. Right. But people see that and they're like, oh, like just, it's so like, I think it's a mistake not to acknowledge that this is what we have always chosen. And I don't want to speak for you, but like, I've always been this way.
That's
and
it. I love working.
I do.
Like it. Straight up, I'm not going to my cousin's wedding this weekend.
No way.
Yeah. Like straight up.
Okay. So can I tell you?
My first cousin, not going to his wedding. I just got on
where's the wedding?
Cred in New York.
And you're not going, why?
I can't. Gotta work.
Are you going to change that decision in the very last minute?
I might.
So my first cousin is getting married this weekend in Cabo. And I changed my decision today. He doesn't know that I'm actually coming. Yes. I'm like,
so I've been the opposite. I've been going. I called him today and told him I can't go. If I can figure it out, I'm going to try and figure it out. But it's just that time of year, you know, it's slowing down. You gotta be there even more. Yeah. And some people think when it's busier, you got to be there more. I mean, yeah, that too. But this is where it's actually tough. You know, when things are flowing and same for you, you know, when you're selling houses left and right and things are working, it's a lot easier. Yeah. You know, when things are slower and, you know, that end of the month dollar is not the same. Like, this is where I got to actually be a real entrepreneur. Like, this is where it's tough and I got to show what I got now. So it sucks, but you got to miss those things sometimes to get to where you want to be. Yeah.
That end of the month, like staring down the barrel of your payroll and
sucks.
Being like, okay, well, what do I do now?
There we go.
Where's the payroll?
Refresh. Refresh. Nothing's updating. Number's still the same.
Oh, it's all in good fun.
It is.
We're going to die early.
Yeah, for sure. I'm on the way. Gray hair. Surfside.
Just kidding. Yeah, Surfside.
Surfside.
We need money, Surfside.
Put a Surfside in my casket.
I adore you so much. I thank you for being here. I know it is so not lost on me that asking you for an hour of your time to come and banter with me is like a big ask, and I appreciate you.
It's the best. It's been an honor to be here. You've been nothing but the biggest support to me, and I'm happy to be here, and you're the best. I really appreciate it. Keep crushing it down there. I quite literally need you. I need you on that wall. I got you. I promise. Anyway, thank you so much. I adore you. Everyone go and not only follow Ara on the social media pages. How do they find you? Ara Jupiter, ARA Jupiter. We got a Facebook, our website, arajupiter.com. If you've been, Hype Awesome, you can't help it. If you've been to Ara, leave Ara a review. How about go to Yelp, go to Google. What are the ones that you care about? Yelp and Google? Probably Yelp and Google. Yeah. Open Table has been great. You know, we got some haters out there on Yelp and Google. So I came crashing in your opening night. I don't even know if I told you this because you were like in the weeds. Your opening night, I went and looked at the reviews on Yelp, and there's one motherfucker. There's a few. So honest about. I'm like, your bread was. What did he? There was one guy, and the way I try not to read. I created like 5 fake accounts and was like, my bread was fine, my timing was fine. It was like literally the most Karen moment of my entire life. Couldn't help myself. Hey, you know, we're not perfect, but we're getting better every day, and I think everyone would really, really love it. It's a great vibe. Right when you walk in the door, we make everyone feel at home. That's do you need a reservation? Like how far in advance do you need one? Depends. I think during the week for the summer, you know, just give a call and you could probably get you in unless it's a bigger party. Weekends, I'd say give a week or 2 advance. You know, we're pretty packed up on the Fridays and Saturdays. Yeah. Throw Holly's name out there. You're in. Automatic. We'll find a table for you. But don't do that. You go to the end of the line. Don't do that. Anyway, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you for having me. Thank you. Appreciate it, Holly. You played
baseball in college?
Correct.
Is that
I did.
right?
I played at Furman University.
Where's that?
In Greenville, South Carolina.
How did you get to Greenville from New York?
My brother, actually. So I kind of followed my brother's footsteps all along the way. I went to the same high school as he did. He's 5.5 years older than me. So we never actually got to play together. But I've always, wanted to be his shadow in a way, and I was proud of it. I didn't mind it. So I played baseball at Fordham Prep, as did he. He got recruited out of high school to Furman University. And when I was in high school, I used to visit him all the time, and that's where I wanted to play. So it was kind of just my goal was to play there. I applied to one school. I early decision to one school.
Really?
I took the SAT once and didn't matter what my score was because I was already in and they didn't care about the SAT. I was going to Furman.
Oh, that's so cool. Looking back on it, do you wish you had done something differently or did you?
No, I don't. Unfortunately, the baseball program at Furman's actually no longer there. It was one of two schools during COVID that, for whatever reason, we won't get into because that's a whole nother conversation, but they canceled the baseball program at Furman. I believe it was almost 100-year program.
No way.
And it had to do with, what's it called? The Title IX and this, that, and the other. I think they were raised around it. A bunch of us alumni tried to raise as much money as possible. During COVID, we were having Zoom calls with 50, 60, 70 people just trying to get our program back. And I think
good for you for not taking a knee.
We didn't, but there was the person at the helm was not going to accept anything but a no. So
I feel like Furman, I played soccer in college. Furman, I feel like was always just such a cool school. Like low key but high key, like classy kids, classy program, classy uniforms. Yeah. Like 10 for 10 logo. I can picture the logo on the whole get up about Furman is just class.
It was cool. And that's what we prided ourselves in. We prided ourselves in that we were undergraduates of 2,500 people and second smallest Division I school in the country behind Davidson. And we would go into South Carolina on a Wednesday night in front of 20,000 people and win.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it was like, this is the fun part. And I think the new administration kind of wanted to bring it to a Division II, Division III kind of school, academics first, which is all good and well, but we were academics first anyway. We were proud to go to Furman. We had to go to school.
Yeah.
We had to show up. You couldn't just not go to school. You know? I'm not saying other schools don't, but
listen, are you kidding me? I'm an SEC girl.
Yeah. We didn't go to school. We had to go to school, it wasn't particularly easy. Yeah. And then we'd still show up and beat the big boys and we were proud of it. And it sucked for sure. It absolutely sucked.
Tell me this, is that, so you guys rallied and we're totally off